please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? After the success of the very first Miranda Sings video we've done on this channel, I hadn't thought we would need to do a follow-up so soon. Much like with Illuminati though, more things come out, more people have things to say, and the evidence gets more and more damning. So much so that other names of other rather well-known people get involved, like Trisha Paytas, somebody we are undoubtedly going to have to introduce into this video at some point after we've gone through some other bits first. I had noticed quite a lot of people had done quite lengthy videos covering the Miranda Sings controversy, issues, drama, right? And then Elise Eklund rocks up with a 1 minute 22 second video, amply managing to demonstrate just how embarrassing Miranda Sings' own version of an apology is. Here's a short clip of that now.
I did some really bad things, but it's okay because I say so. You literally can't blame me. I was only 30 years old.
Now, because I've managed to bother to get the extension to allow me to see the dislikes on people's videos, I needed it for the iDubbbz video I did yesterday, I noticed on Miranda Sings video, 76,000 upvotes, which is fantastic. There are that many people gullible enough to listen to your song and think, oh, this is quirky, let me like it. 779,000 people though said, you done fucked it, bitch. And since that video came out, Colleen has lost over 100,000 subs. This sounds eerily familiar to something. The weekly average sub loss is 23,000. Because of that video, Colleen has gotten so far 9 million views. Her views typically center around between 5 and 8 million views. So there has been a bit of an uptick in viewership here. I wonder why. I wonder what would lead people to want to watch a masterpiece. Your strumming was good, even on the neck. That was a bit weird. You had clearly practiced this. It was quite well done, I'll give you that. It is one of the worst received videos in quite some time. You're not quite up there with the YouTube rewind stuff yet, but I'm sure give it enough time, you may well get there. You never know. After the video was put out, Adam McIntyre made a version of it of his own, with an instrument, played badly, but it was very amusing to see the parody aspect, even if the cringy delivery can be a little off-putting. But many people memed the crap out of this because this is taking YouTube apologies to that next level. The arrogance, the inability to introspect or accept responsibility, believing yourself an authority because Stone Cold said so. That was the level we were dealing with in that video. And since the video is still up at time of recording, and Colleen has not posted anything to that channel since the high video, one can safely assume she is now listening to people who are telling her, get off the internet, gamer girl. You're get good, higher PR. When we do damage control, you're gonna lose more subs. Just remember this. Don't be too surprised if she employs the tactic of Illuminati by taking it to a courtroom with cease and desists to any party involved that have called her out. Although, how one does that when many of the parties involved are in different countries is interesting. It's almost a mystery at this point, right? Yeah? No? Very well. So let's continue the story after I've played a short clip of Adam McIntyre's video.
I'm glad you're able to look at this as a break, because you've made my life hell for 3 years.
So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true.
Literally what was not true?
All aboard the toxic gossip train.
So now we're getting on a train.
On the 30th of June 2023, an article via You Owe Me an Apology, titled On Cancel Culture, Accountability and Being in the Writer's Room with Miranda Sings, written by April, and I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Oh, hello, meow. You're not gonna meow anymore? You meow once, though, for the attention. Who's a good kitty you are? Yes, you're getting a random kitty intermission, folks. The article starts by saying this post is going to be different than my other ones. So before I get into it, I just want to state for the record, the following post details my personal experience while working on Haters Back Off, and more broadly my opinions on working in less than ideal creative workplace environments over the years. While I cannot speak to the allegations against Colleen, I stand with every single one of the children and young adults who have bravely shared their experiences in the past few weeks. The article talks about Haters Back Off, which was a show featuring Colleen Ballinger as Miranda Singh. The show itself only ran for 2 seasons, but that was typical for the type of content and format at the time on the platform it was on. Despite my legacy of being extremely online, trademark, I was not that familiar with Miranda Singh's. I remember the night before my first day on the job, I clicked on her YouTube channel and watched video after video in pure confusion. Is this supposed to be for kids? She was dressed like Bozo the Clown, which kept making odd jobs about being molested, and in one clip I saw her on stage encouraging what appeared to be a small child to literally reach into her pants and rummage around for a bit. The article continues by talking about the daddy saddle and the special relationship of Miranda and Uncle Jim. Yes, this being the compromising positions between Miranda and Uncle Jim that looked like moments of intimacy. The point of it was to make Uncle Jim look even more, well, like a predator. As you go further down the article, there are some messages from the 28th of March 2016, and they read as follows. We're rewatching auditions from earlier this morning, watching the tape of this black actor who is very fine by the way. But anyway, the lighting wasn't great and Colleen just shouted out loud, "Where is he?" implying he is so dark-skinned he disappeared. 1.
You can totally see him.
It was just overcast this morning. The fuck. 2. Black is beautiful. 3. Get me the out of here. The writer continues by talking about how hard it was to work around Colleen because she would make biting comments about people around her, and since you all had to thank her for your jobs, you were forced as a worker to go with it. She saw no issue with commenting on people's hair, clothes, asking about their personal lives. Boundaries were non-existent, something we discussed in the last video, her inability to know where the line is, while simultaneously performing the emotional labour of counselling her through marital concerns. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? What kind of creator dumps all their personal problems onto everyone else as if you are her muse? She once bragged that a creator was being cancelled for saying the N-word. They allege that she didn't say N-word though, she went with hard R. Not that she'd ever be stupid enough to get caught doing something like that. In her show, she gave the writer of the article the honour of being a character, a villain at Miranda's school, who thought she was better than everyone else because she was a Christian, which is totally original. One of the more apt sentences near the end of the article I want to finish with on this part before we move on. The truth is there are real people who have real experiences that have affected them a great deal, and there are narcissists who choose to cover their ears and look the other way. That sounds very familiar for someone who espoused the toxic gossip train as the mob that was trying to cancel. Interesting, right? Well, let's continue because something really damning has come to light. This is the part of the video where I now insert Trisha Paytas, who put out a video titled Colleen. This is bad. There are some tweets though that summarize, but we're going to go to the video as well. Repzilla, Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings, was just exposed for breaking federal law and sending unsolicited, inappropriate images of Trisha Paytas to minors. On other occasions, she was having watch parties of Trisha's SW releases. WTF. SW, I believe, is sex work. Spanky, or Swoop, just watched Trisha's video given the staggering new information that's been sent to me as well as all that comes out publicly this week. That's come out publicly this week. You can probably guess that my 2-part docuseries just turned into 3. Yay. Adam McIntyre. So let me get this straight. Colleen
blamed
me
yet again
in 2023 to Trisha Paytas for stuff
she did
to try to get out of responsibility. You're sick, Colleen. Actually a sick F, and you deserve all the negativity. Retweeting someone called Jay, who said the fact she tried to blame you and say you sent it is proof she's the one that sent it, with Colleen just confirmed by trying to blame me that she would send pornographic content to a 14-year-old Adam. She tried to shift blame, but in process didn't realise she was admitting to the
crime
she committed. Johnny Silvestri, proof of Colleen and her friends having viewing parties for Trisha's content. She's a subscriber now. In that is a video. And a picture. It's nah fam, nah, this ain't good. We need to go to Trisha's video, don't we? Because Trisha has a few things she needs to say.
Me and Colleen started a podcast this year. We were always friendly before. I think it shocked a lot of people because like, oh, I didn't know they were close friends like that. And the thing is We weren't close friends. We were friends. I considered us to be friendly. When I had my daughter, she reached out, and I wasn't aware of these most recent things that are coming out. Everyone knows I have a very, very, very firm stance on talking to anyone underage, platonic or not. I've always been very, very firm with this, that I think it's inappropriate.
This is an obligatory interruption because of fair use. I cannot continue to use her content that I cropped a little out of after boosting the audio quite a bit. I do want to point out though, something of interest, and that is from watching this, the level of sincerity you get from Trisha in this is worlds away from the character I have seen over the years. And that, while some will say, oh, this is just another part of the character, it should be an indicator as to just how serious Trisha takes this.
And I hate putting any energy into this, but it's very, very serious. It's very serious. And it's a topic I don't take lightly, and I can't take lightly, as I am a full-time sex worker. I don't think that's a secret. And so I need to nip this in the bud, that I do not condone at all unsolicited nudes, sending unsolicited nudes to anyone of anybody.
Part of me had wondered if any of it could be proven. What kind of trouble would Colleen be in legally? Because I'm English, this is not my area, if she is found to have actually done this. Of course, presume innocent until proven guilty, of course. The evidence though is quite damning.
And these weren't a long time ago. This is someone well into their 30s, just gave birth sending nudes. And a month prior, I was in her house meeting her child and doing a mukbang, meeting her newborn and doing a mukbang with her. But I kind of gave her outs because I was like, hey, like, you talked crap about me, that's fine. We weren't that close back then, I guess, like, you know, whatever. And she vehemently denied, no, I never sent pictures of you. Like, the underage fan would send me pictures of you, not specifying if they were nude or not.
Trisha Paytas' video is 21 minutes 29 seconds long. I feel it right to now tell you should watch the entire thing from start to finish to get the full context and understand just how much this hurts Trish. Understandably so, they had formed a friendship for her to then feel that it was a lie and be put in a position where it looks like she has been shamed by Colleen, somebody she has considered now a closer friend, but also someone that she's going to do or is doing a podcast with, is not a great look or feel for anyone. I am going to link Trisha's video down below in the pinned comment with a few other sources of other related videos, but Trisha's video will be first. Highly recommend, because this does not help Colleen in the slightest. It really doesn't. If she's on damage control and it's not publicly seen, the damage control is going to be for naught. It really is. Trisha Paytas has received a mountain of support in her comments to the tune of 11,609 comments at time of recording, the vast majority of which are incredibly supportive of her content, her work outside of YouTube. And if any of what she has said is true about her principles, her morals, then she's already held to a higher standard by herself than the very person she is criticizing in this video.